What is up, boys and girls of YouTube? Today we're knocking out a tier list every single day, either in the YouTube comments or on my stream or on Twitter. I get requested to do a tier list. I put it off until we kind of knew what the new god was like. The new god isn't even on this list. Figured I'd throw him in there. I'll probably talk about him. We're just going to jump into this, go down the list. Remember, SS is just your absolutely broken. If it's not banned and a team gets it, that team will win. Your S plus are your really good gods that probably should be banned, but sometimes don't get banned. Your S tier are just your top gods that get through a lot and are picked every game. Your S minus are going to be your really top tier gods, but sometimes you don't really care if you get them, or they might not get picked in a game if people just don't play those gods. A plus are just your consistently really good gods. Your A tier are pretty much any god that can be played and fill a role and play into a team comp very well. Your A minus are like, why the fuck are you playing this? But maybe this guy's a really good Freya, so he's playing it. And then your B, C, D are all the same to me. It's all shit. If I put a god in B, might as well be D. They're all ass. I just might say one's a little bit more ass. That's how it'll be. Please hit the sub button, hit the subscribe button. If you want some more of this, drop comments drop comments below if you have any questions or anything you have to say about the tier list or anything you want to see in the next tier list. Don't tell me your god was ranked too low and you're upset, because no one gives a fuck. No one cares that you play Bracken. Nobody. Not a single person. You probably don't even care. You're just talking for no reason. Anyway, jump into this shit. Achilles has moved down drastically for me. Still a really good jungler. Remember, this is all ranked based with a teeny bit of competitive base. So this is ranked based on ranked. They're placed based on ranked, the game mode in SMITE, and more so towards the top end of rank. So Achilles is going to be S minus. Really good god, but he's seen some nerfs, so he's not S tier. He's not crazy. He can be played most of the time, should be played a lot of the time. In ranked, he will farm all the plevers. He does well in almost all your ranked games. Just build correctly. Make sure you're a little bit tanky and you're good to go. Agni, for me, is going to also fill that S minus rank. Very good mage. One of the top mages. Does have some counterplay against gods who can outpush him and clear early and pressure really hard early. And anything that can punish him from range, which is just not that many gods, will do well against him, because his range is also very good and his setup is very good and his CC is very good. So Agni is great right now in the meta. Amuzan Cab, I'm going to put in A minus. He's really good at clearing. You'd have to build a team comp around protecting him. You'd have to make sure the other team doesn't have certain picks to gank him and farm him and just feed off of him, because his mobility sucks. But he's really not the worst pick in the world. Apuch, B tier. I think Apuch is terrible. The only reason he can even potentially be played is if they have a lot of healing, or somehow you counter a healer. If they run a healer in the solo role and you run Apuch into it and you build tanky and you just want to be annoying, there you go. You have it done. Amaterasu, A minus. Not a bad god in general, just doesn't fit into most team comps. On her, A tier, good god, picked up when a lot of shit is banned, or just you're resorted to that. If they have a bunch of a hunter that counters a lot of the picks that are up and the other ones are banned, you look to on her. You look to play early, you look to pressure, you look to use the ultimate to get out of CC and whatever else you have to avoid from the dual lane, and you're good to go. Anubis, B tier, no mobility still, really easy to kill, anti-heal is prominent, so he doesn't do very well. Ao Kuang, B tier. Ao Kuang is not shit. In ranked, he's not shit. I want to put him in A minus, but nobody, I'm putting him in A minus. Nobody plays him, but he's honestly not the worst thing in the world. Execute's still frag out. You can get away with early game if you pair it with pressure in mid lane. So early game Quang jungle sucks dick, so you pair it with something that clears and has high pressure in mid lane, and you're good to go. Aphrodite, A tier. People found a way to make healing work. Found out that you can get away with it in the solo lane, that you can potentially get away with it in the mid lane, so it's pretty good. Apollo, A minus, just still not that good. Split pushing isn't all that great, so you just don't see it that often. Arachne, B tier shit. I used to love Arachne. I used to place Arachne way higher a couple months ago, but they nerfed Heartseeker a lot. They nerfed Crusher a decent amount, and then tanky builds came back. So Arachne went from I can one-shot you, so I'm pretty fucking good, to I can't really one-shot anybody, so I'm pretty shitty again. Ares, A tier, needs a team comp built around him, but he's very good. Artemis, probably one of the best, probably the best hunter right now. Maybe not the best. One of the top 3 hunters right now. Putting Artemis in S tier because there's 3 hunters that are at the top. It's Chern-Bacchus, Chern-Bacchus, and fucking Artemis. Chern-Bacchus is insane. Way better than the other two. Chern-Bacchus is a close second because of the ult being nasty and the fact that ult in a team fight wins games. And then Artemis falls right below those two because those two are fucking banned all the time. And Artemis frags out in lane, frags out in team fights with the CC immunity, and just does very well pressuring out the duo lane. So Artemis is going to be S tier, not higher because those other two ones will be higher. RDO A tier, still pretty good, just not played that often. I like him in solo lane, where her in solo lane when she counters the picks, or you just need some more magical damage. She works out, really hard to kill against most team comps. Athena, getting a nerf in the next patch in 2 weeks, but this is based on this patch. Athena is still insanely good. S tier, one of the best supports, ridiculously annoying. I want to put her in, actually, if Athena's up, you're picking Athena most of the time, unless you have some crazy counterplay or some crazy counter team to kill Athena and make the global on Athena not do work. But a good team or a good player is going to use that Athena ult wisely, and it's going to take over the game. So Athena is going to be S+. It's going to be your top pick. It's going to be one of those gods that gets through like 50% of the time because people would rather ban other gods, especially in ranked. Achilles, with the buffs that came in the last patch, I'm going to put her in A. She's pretty good. Her ult is on a 42-second cooldown when you have 40% CDR. So usually that's like a little bit later in the game, 23, 25 minutes. But at 25 minutes, you have a 40-second ult. That is insane on Achilles. Bacchus, A-, weak support, but you can make him work with the right team comps. Bakasura, B tier, doesn't have anything, doesn't have good kill potential. Early game is super weak, doesn't have a lot of CC. The cripple's nice, but he's just not enough. He dies way too easy. Bastet, A-. I want to put Bastet in B, but she's really not that bad because she does have a decent amount of damage, and she will work into a lot of the mage comps that get played. When you see Aphrodite, when you see Chang'e, when you see all this shit that is squishy being played, Bastet does work, just has to be the right team comp. Bellona, A tier, in lane, not amazing, but really good at popping Magi's, really good at being annoying, really good against the double hunter comps that are still coming out. You're still seeing hunters in mid and hunters in the dual lane in the same game on the same team. So Bellona does do well into those comps. Cabrakan, A-, needs to have the team comp around it or needs to just be picked into the perfect counter matchup. Not very good. Camazotz, B tier. I think Camazotz is ass. They nerfed Camazotz. They nerfed items, so Camazotz sucks. Don't play Camazotz. Cerberus is going to be S tier, one of the best guardians because he can play support and he can play solo, and he's very, very, very good in solo while being very good in support. Perfect pick as a top pick, and it gets through like 100% of the games. Pretty much all the games you're seeing Cerberus get through, unless it's banned against somebody. Carnunos, B tier. I think Carnunos sucks. I think his ult is worthless. I think he has very little, no CC in his kit. The little bit of root ain't shit. His clear isn't that good. His pressure isn't that good. He really doesn't bring anything to the table compared to the other hunters that are played. That's why you don't see him pretty much at all. Realistically, you could put him in A-. He probably should be an A- because he's not an ass god. He's just nowhere near as good as most of the other hunters. So we'll put him in A-. We'll be fair. Chalk, A tier. Can be played in solo. Can be really annoying. The changes to his healing, which added the attack speed debuff, is awesome. But it's not top tier material. Not even close. Chang'e, S-. Chang'e's awesome. She's great. She gets through every game. She's a good solo laner. She can be outmatched and outpicked. So since most people do like to early pick a Chang'e, I don't know why. I guess because it usually doesn't get through the second round of bans. You can play gods like Osiris. You can play gods like Cerberus. You're seeing Cerberus top picked a lot too. So it goes right up well against the Chang'e. Realistically, is your team comp gonna deal with the Chang'e or not? And most of the time, not all the time, a lot of the time, people will focus on that Chang'e and try to counterpick that Chang'e in all the roles, which makes it so your team is overall better, and she's actually a really good pick. We got Chern-Bacchus, SS, best fucking god in the game. Ollie, stop barking, buddy. Come here. Come here. All right, Chern-Bacchus, best god in the game by far. Amazing clear. If anybody uses a movement ability early game, anywhere on the map, if anyone dashes anything, they're immobile and out of position, anything, Chern-Bacchus ults, that person is dead. They are super fucking slow and they're super fucking dead, which makes him insanely good. In ranked, you can get away with playing him in the mid lane. It does work out pretty well, actually. But overall, he's the best hunter in the game. Hands down, insanely good. Chiron, A minus, needs to be the right team comp to play him. Kronos, A minus. Not really that many situations where he's going to come into play, but you could actually play him. He's not bad. He just needs a perfect team comp to play him. Cucullin, S minus. Amazing warrior, really good in the solo lane, high pressure, able to proxy, able to be safe, crazy transformations, awesome god. Cupid, A minus, needs to have the counter picks and the reason to play it. Daji, A tier, great god, still really good. Her early game is a little weaker, but the fact that there are a decent amount of gods right now that do get played a lot that don't have CC immunity in their ults makes her actually a really big threat. Plus mid to late game, she still one-shots people. Discordia, A tier, really good mid. I'm gonna move her up to A minus. I don't think it's fair to put her in A. Really good mid, super safe, and played a lot once a lot of the other mages are banned. And she is a good counter pick into like if they have an Odin and you need a dash on your mage and other shit's banned. She comes out a lot. Erlang Shen, I'm gonna put in A tier mainly because he's only played in the jungle if he's played. He can be counter picked if he's picked too early, but he does have high pressure early, which is awesome. Fafnir, A tier. Good support. Only picked up when other shit's banned or you're running like a hunter comp with multiple fucking hunters. Fenrir, A tier. Actually pretty good with the hybrid build. You go Jotuns, you go defense, you go CDR. Be really annoying, honestly. He can be an annoying ass god in this meta and it works out. So that's why he's an A tier. Freya, A minus. I know she can be played. People don't want to play her because it's too risky. Ganesh, A tier. Pretty average support. Played when other shit's banned. Just not that great at doing anything. Like, he's good. He's not great at initiating. He's not great at peeling. If he gets a lead, yeah, he's going to be really fucking annoying, but that's how most gods are. Geb, A+. One of the better supports once you get away from, like, Athena, Sylvanas, and Terra. Geb is really good. So you do see Geb a lot. Guan Yu, A tier. Good god, but counterpick. Super easy. Anti-healing is not hard to pick up. Hachiman, A tier. Actually, A+. Not fair to put him with honor. Hachiman, A+. Very safe hunter. Still really good. Just not quite as good as the top three. More competing with like a Rama for 4 or 5 spot. Hades, pretty poopy. Need to play a counter pick. Needs to be like some crazy team comp. So A-. Hebo in ranked. This is ranked specific. Hebo is one of the top gods in ranked. 100%. You can play him in mid. You can play him in jungle. You can play him in fucking solo. It'll work. Maybe not solo. Solo's pushing it. Mid and jungle, Hebo is insanely good. It's so easy to snowball with the pressure and the kill potential early that in ranked, if this god's not banned, you 100% want to be playing it. The only thing you have to worry about is when it's picked, you pick early, and then you can get counterpicked. You can have Fenrir's in the game. You can have dive comps in the game. You can have Ravana's in the game. Things that do stop Hebo. So, Hebo is amazing. Just remember, you might get counterpicked and have to play a little bit different. Stay with your team. Just pay attention to that shit. Hell, you see a lot more in ranked. A tier, she's counterpicked easy, but she's not that bad. Hercules, A+, amazing solo laner, pretty fucking safe. But in ranked, a lot of people suck dick at playing him, can't hit pools, so A+. It's weird to put it mechanically like that, but I have to, because with Hercules, if you're hitting your pools, you're dumpstering your lane, and if you're not hitting your shit, you're pretty much worthless. He's safe at proxying, so he can pressure out just the rotations and being tanky as being fucking annoying. Just remember, make sure you can hit your shit before you start playing Hercules, please. Hou Yi, A tier, a safer hunter that's played when everything else is banned. Hunbats, A tier, really good jungler overall, but a weak early game on top of the fact that Magi's and everyone has beads makes it kinda eh. You gotta have the beads burners on your team to play Hunbats. Isis, A-, super fucking weak. Do not like Isis. Don't think she's good, but she does have potential in the meta because of the high pressure. She brings something to the table. She has the high pressure. She has the early game. She has the defensive. She has the securing ults. You're looking for a snowball if you decide to play Isis for some reason. Izanami, A-, counterpick super easy. Doesn't do anything special. Weaker god. Janice, A+. Janice is an amazing mid. 100%. CC immune all is awesome. It's just other mids have more presence in team fights and in the game. Most people don't play Janice at a high enough level because hitting the ults consistently is very, very difficult, and not many people do that. So in competitive, you see Janice picked a little bit more or just played a little bit better. In ranked, it's kind of like 50-50 on who's playing your shit. Jingwei, A-, just a good not even A minus, A tier. She's safe, but she's not that good. Kali, B tier. Kali is shit. If you're watching a streamer playing Kali and saying Kali's good or Kali's underrated or Kali has this potential, they're fucking stupid. Then they don't know Smite. So if you're hearing Kali's really good in ranked in the jungle, play that shit. That person doesn't know what they're talking about, and you really do not want to watch them or listen to their shit and take it in a serious way and take it in as real advice because it's wrong. Kali is weak. Kali's a bad god. The ultimate isn't enough to keep her alive in this shit. There's a lot of CC in the game. And the fact that auto attack jungle items are not that good right now, they're really not. And you'd have to compete with crit hunters and all this other shit and Nemean on 3 people. It's not ideal. And with the hybrid builds coming out where they're going to be tanky other junglers and you're not going to be able to just insta kill the motherfuckers, it's not going to have as many targets and it's really not going to be good. So don't play that shit. Khepri, A tier, decent backup support. You want to pick it later in your draft because you don't want to have executes on Achilles and shit. Easy enough. Kukulkan, A minus, just not a consistent god. Decent clear, but not consistent, not safe, low mobility. Kumba, A plus, probably the next best support behind Athena, Terra, fucking, what am I forgetting here? And Sylvanas. But behind those, it's probably the next best, along with Geb. Kazimbo, average as fuck, but not the worst. Played in the support role and ranked can be really annoying. Loki, S tier, B tier, don't play Loki. Medusa, A plus, can be played in mid and ADC, which makes the flex potential there awesome. Plus the fact that she has heavy pressure, CC immune ult, okay mobility, not a bad team fight god at all, hits hard as fuck. Mercury, getting nerfs in the patch coming up, but for now, Mercury's actually a pretty good jungler because it was high clear and his potential to farm and just be really fucking annoying. When you play Mercury, your goal is not to kill everyone on the map. It's to gank when your ult is up and gank the lanes you can kill. Gank the duo lane, come up the lane, ult down the lane, kill them, and then farm your fucking ass off because you're fast as shit. You're pretty safe, especially when your ult's up. You're really safe. And you have high clear potential or high clear ability. So play Mercury and play it that way. Naja, I kind of like Naja, A plus. Early pressure, really annoying. You can go a hybrid build and still do your job on Naja. You can go a full damage build and one-shot bitches. And it works well with a lot of the mages that are being played for setup. It sets up pretty decently into a Raijin, pretty decently with Thoth, and a Ra. And Scylla's even being played a little bit. And with Scylla, it works. It does actually work. Neath, A tier, safer, hunter. Not that great late game, but can be really annoying with the ult in the early and mid game. Nemesis, A tier, nerfed a lot, but still annoying as fuck. Ult still does work mid to late game. Don't forget about it. Nike, shit tier. Doesn't really bring much to the table at all. Has an ultimate that makes it hard to kill. Ignore the Nike. Can't really CC or do too much. You're good to go. Nox, A minus. Needs to be into the perfect team comp. Needs to have perfect counter matchup. But you can make it work if you're a Nox fucking main. Nua, A minus. You could play it, but why would you play it? Odin, decent right now because of the counter pick. A lot of healing, so Odin gets played a lot. I won't move him above A because he's only picked because of healers. He's a good god in the solo lane. In ranked, you can get away with it in jungle. He's not great, doesn't do anything special, but counter fucking anti-healing and counter gods that don't have leaps and mobility. Osiris, A tier, good counter pick into healers. Not that great of a god. Poseidon, A tier, decent clear, easy to avoid the ult, low mobility. Risky as fuck. A plus tier for Ra. Still has a low cooldown on the ult, even after the nerf. Does a lot of damage. Healing is awesome right now, especially healing where you team fight for a second, back off, and then heal in the back. It's not in-fight healing. It's more, let's chill for a second, heal up, and then go back in. Ra kills it. Plus, there's a lot of setup in the game for Ra to ult off of, and Ra's ult still hurts. Raijin, A plus tier. Amazing mage. Hits super hard. Has decent clear when you go the rank 2 Bancroft or the rank 2 book start, which is all you got to do. Just make sure you're clearing from level 1. Ollie, stop your barking. Next up, Rama, A plus tier. Good hunter, just not better than the other ones. That's all it comes down to. Good hunter, not better than the other ones. Ratatowski, A plus. Good assassin. Really good with the hybrid builds where you're going tanky as fuck because he has built-in pen. Plus, he's got a lot of CC. Ravana moved down a lot in the past couple patches. A tier, average because of the nerfs, but still annoying into some of the picks like Hebo, into the Thoth, into if you're dive comping it up. Run the Ravana. What the heck? Hey, come here. Stop. Stop. No. don't know why they're going crazy because I'm doing a video. All right, Scylla is up next. Scylla's pretty average, A tier, low clear early, but decent team fight. Sarkat, one of the better hunters, one of the better junglers right now, S minus. Pretty safe, high clear. Go the hybrid build. Do not go full damage. Full damage is nowhere near as good as being a full CDR Sarkat. Murky, come here. Stop barking. Stop. Scotty, shit. Just shit. Too easy to die. Doesn't bring enough. Had too many nerfs. Sobek, A plus tier. Good in the solo lane, decent in the support lane, super safe, really good in team fights late game. Stop barking, Ollie. Sammy must be here. Or he wouldn't be barking. Yep, Sammy's here. Alright, Soul up next. Average God, A tier, doesn't bring much to the table. Sun Wukong, average God, decent in the solo lane, nothing special. Susano's still really good in the jungle. I have FPS issues when using the one. I don't know why, and I know a lot of other people have it. So that is my only issue with Susano. I don't play Susano because of that reason, not because he's bad. Sylvanas is going to be S tier in the support role. Actually, S plus tier. One of the best, by far, supports in the game. Really, right now, you're seeing hunters, mages, and supports picked in the top 3 spots a lot because they're the best gods to pick. They have the OP roles right now, not in terms of like the role overall, but in terms of gods in that role. So Chern-Bacchus in the ADC, Thoth in the mid lane, Sylvanas in the support role, Athena in the support role, Cerberus in the solo lane, I guess. So these gods are all really good. You're not seeing a lot of junglers being top picked right now unless you're top pick in ranked and you have to pick it, you know. Terra, the other really, really good support, S plus, amazing god, can be counterpicked, but also just is a monster in team fights, no matter what. Decent laning as well. Thanatos, A tier, not that good. I don't play him at all because there's no point. Thor is going to be my S tier jungler. Thor has moved up a lot in the past couple of patches for me. I'm even playing him and doing well. He's really, really good in almost every team comp. Can build safe. You can build damagey. You can just do a lot with the gods. So look to play some Thor. Morgan, A tier, average. Doesn't bring anything to the table. Thoth is going to be your other SS plus, probably S plus, because Thoth isn't banned that much in ranked, but he is super fucking annoying and one of the best mages in the game. You got Tyr coming in at A plus after the buffs, amazing solo laner. Uller coming in at A plus, mainly as a mid laner because of the pressure you can put out. Vamana A minus, just not picked that much. Counter pick too easy, doesn't do anything special in the lane. Vulcan too risky to play, so also going to be A minus. Shibalanke is going to be S plus. Banned most of the time, gets through occasionally, has an amazing team fight, is really, really good in the way the dual lane's being played, so it's not bad. Xing 10, A minus, good counter pick, but very hard to play right and not great in all team comps. Ymir is going to be A tier because he's average. Zeus is going to be A minus because he's risky, and Zhong Kui is going to be A tier because of the buffs and the fact that he's really tanky and people are playing him solo lane into other mages. Woo! We killed it, boys. And then the new god I would put as SS. The new god's broken, does too much damage. So, there's your full tier list. There's my reasoning. Please, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. And leave me a comment and let me know what the fuck you guys are thinking. Have a good day, guys. I'll see you all in the gameplay video later tonight. And I will see you on stream tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. Have a good night, guys.